Hi everyone, my name is Sima. Welcome back to my channel. This week's video is going to be me trying to do my entire face, or at least most of it, solely with the MAC Stranger Things collection. I don't know, my dog is licking. Obviously there's some things I just won't be able to do. I already have my base on, so just like foundation, concealer, powder, primer, that's all on. And there's a couple items here that I'm going to be using that aren't from the Stranger Things collection, things like eyeshadow, primer, setting spray, etc. But I'm going to try to do anything that involves color, just using the collection. So obviously things like bronzer, highlight, I'm just gonna grab from the eyeshadow palettes. I already did one video on this collection when I initially bought it, and I will pop that up somewhere on the screen, but I ended up, when they did a 30% off sale, buying a couple more things. I ended up actually also buying, so I had the Hawkins High palette. I ended up also buying the Upside Down palette. I haven't opened it yet. We can do that right now, but I bought that. Very cute. Comes with this little paper that apparently I will learn the meaning of once I watch season 4. I haven't yet. These are the shades. Big fan. Big fan. And then I also ended up getting both of the brushes. So this one, if I can open it. So there's this one, which is like this fan brush. Feels really high quality. And it has kind of like, it's like a black handle, but it has like the little upside down, like, I don't know how to describe them, tentacles, tendrils, vines, whatever you want to call them, on it. It says Stranger Things, it says MAC. It's a very nice, it's the 140, and yeah, it's the MAC 140 brush, but obviously Stranger Things themed. It feels really high quality, it feels really nice. And I also got the eye brush, which I believe is a MAC 217. So the first brush is upside down themed. The eye brush is Hawkins High themed. So again, feels really high quality, really dense. Nice little pattern on the handle, very cute. What I like about what they appear to have done, what I was most excited about is especially this brush, because I've been wanting to try the MAC 217 for like years and years and years, because I've heard really good things about it, but I've never bitten the bullet on MAC brushes because they're so expensive, and that's also why I didn't do it when the collection originally came out. But because they actually ended up making these, like the whole collection was 30% off, I think it might still be actually, I decided I could grab the brushes and I would feel less bad about how expensive they are. Love MAC, trust that their brushes are great. I just personally cannot bring myself to pay, like, I think this one before the sale was like $50, and that's crazy for one brush, for me at least for my like price point and budget and such. I understand, like, if you are like a makeup artist or like that primary MAC demographic where you really need like high quality professional stuff, like I get paying that much, but like for my purposes that was a little bit ludicrous, so I've never bitten the bullet on them. Anyway, so I was excited to finally try this one, especially because I've heard such good things about this brush. And yeah, I got the palette. I was thinking about maybe also getting the pink blush, because I already had the Sprout, the He Likes It Cold, like upside down blush. I thought about getting the, I think it's called the Friends one. Friends Don't Lie, I think is what it's called, but the pink one. That's the Hawkins High themed one. I thought about getting that, but I still wasn't sure if it would look good on my skin tone. One of the girls in the store told me it looks really good on her, and she had like much darker skin than me, so like, I don't know, if that ends up still being in stock, maybe I'll pick it up. But I felt like I also had really similar things to it, so I just didn't end up grabbing it. And then I was thinking about also grabbing the L, because I have these two lip glosses. I have Skull Rock and I have Marvelous Max. I think this one's called Marvelous Max. I think it's like, I really can't read it. Marvelous Max lip gloss. Yeah. So I have these two because I got them because I thought they were the most unique, but then because they were on sale, I thought about getting the 11 one too, which is I think the most neutral gloss, but it was like sold out everywhere, so I didn't grab that one. Anyway, let's get started. So I'm just gonna try to do my whole face with these palettes. So I think for bronzer, I'm probably going to use the Hawkins High palette, and I'm gonna grab this Benny's Burger like brown shade right here. Oh god. Oh god. I like slammed this palette into the table, and now there's a big chunk of the green gone, but that's okay. Nothing broke, which is what I was worried about. Anyway, so this might be a little too orange leaning, but we're gonna hope not. So I'm just gonna go into Benny's Burger, grab some brown. Have you guys watched season 4 of Stranger Things yet? I haven't even watched part 1 or volume 1 or whatever they're calling it. This shade isn't too bad, actually. I haven't had the time, and honestly, when I saw how long the episodes were, it kind of like put me off. Like, I really have to be in like the right headspace to like sit down and watch something for like 2 hours. And having the episodes be like as long as they are kind of like put me off. I'm also just like, I don't know, I feel like my favorite season of Stranger Things is still season 1, even though Will is my favorite character on Stranger Things, but he's also like not really in season 1, but like he's felt in season 1, do you know what I mean? And then in season 2, obviously he has like a really prominent role, so I like really enjoyed that as well. But I feel like in season 3 he was really like he was kind of like a non-figure, and that kind of upset me. I feel like like the things I had issues with in season 3 kind of, I feel like also happened in look, at least based on what I've seen, look like they've also happened in season 4. So like my whole thing was I am not opposed to new characters in Stranger Things, but I feel like bringing in new people to the main cast without actually fleshing out your original main cast seems kind of like shitty. And I definitely felt like that was the case with Will, where I was like, okay, he like, the story was about what happened to him in the first 2 seasons, and how are you suddenly going to go from that to completely ignoring him? Like my whole thing was Duffer Brothers, stop like traumatizing Will, stop putting him through all this shit. And it's like they'd heard that and we're like, we're just gonna ignore him entirely, which I find like not better. And then like characters like Lucas, right? Like Lucas, like you're one of the main like boys, right? Like you're one character of color. You're just going to completely not develop him whatsoever. When you finally like give him give us like a glimpse of his family, you're gonna give him like the most stereotypical sister ever. It's just like, I don't know. This works okay as a bronzer actually. I don't mind it. Because it's matte and it's not like too orange. At least on my skin tone it works. I feel like maybe if you were lighter than me, it would be a little orange on you, but I think it looks fine on me. Now I'm going to grab, I don't know why I grabbed such a tiny blush brush, but I'm gonna grab this. And I'm gonna grab the blush, which is just that he likes it cold, and I'm just gonna put that on my face. I love this blush. I just think it's like such a beautiful color, and at least on my skin tone I just think it's so pretty. Put some on my nose because why not? So yeah, that's kind of like my issue with Stranger Things. And then I think for highlight I'm going to, this might end poorly, but I'm going to grab this beautiful new brush, and I'm somehow going to go into Surfer Boy Pizza, which is the super light shade in the eyeshadow palette, and try to dip enough on my brush to like highlight my face. That actually kind of worked. I'm not mad about how that turned out. It's a really pretty highlight. Like genuinely like stunning. Put a little bit on my nose. Yeah, I'm not mad. That worked really nice. And then I'm just going to set everything with MAC Fix Plus. And while that's setting, I'm just going to put on some eyeshadow primer. Yeah, I don't know. So it's like, I'd rather they develop like Lucas and Will and like fucking Jonathan even a little before they develop, like they bring in new characters. Like I know everyone seems to be like obsessed, and like I liked like Max. I like Max and I like Robin. Like I liked their inclusions, I liked their additions, but I just like it wasn't one of those things where I thought it was poorly done or anything, but it was just like I already wanted to know so much about characters we already had. And also like I'm obviously not like opposed to Stranger Things adding more like women, which is why I was less opposed to Max and Robin. But I know this season they had like 2 dudes, like they have Eddie and they have Argyle, I think is his name, and like some other new characters I'm sure, but those are the 2 I've like predominantly seen on like social media. And like I'm not open to it. Like I know everybody seems to like love Eddie especially, but I just feel like I don't want to care about new characters when I feel like you haven't done enough with the characters you already have, is kind of my thing. Anyway, I'm going to take this new palette, which is the MAC Stranger Things, what is it called? The Void Eye palette. And we're just gonna do, I have to try to keep this look kind of not too spicy because I have a meeting in like 35 minutes and I need to be on Zoom camera and I'm trying to look like semi-presentable for that. So I think I'm gonna grab Demogorgon, which is this like kind of really nice, it's like a grayish, like it's a gray with like a almost purple undertone. And I'm just gonna grab this random fluffy brush that I have. It's a Morphe brush, and I'm just going to use that to sort of put down my transition shade in the crease. That's nice. It's like not a whole lot of color on my eye, but that's kind of like the purpose of a transition shade anyway. And then I'm gonna use that same brush and grab, ooh, I don't know what I want. Okay, I think I'm going to grab I'm gonna grab this new brush, so the MAC 217, and I'm going to go into Demobat. Is that what it's called? We have Demogorgon bats now? Anyway, it's like this green shimmery shade. And I'm gonna go into that, and I'm gonna put that kind of over here on like my lid, but like only the outer half. That's a pretty color. It's like this fun little, like almost like not, like it's a little greener than like an olive green, but it's like not like a true green. Like it has like a flip that's kind of goldy that I like. And then I'm going to grab that shade next to it, which is called the Mother Gate, which kind of has like a, it's a gray, but it has almost like a blue flip. And do the inner part of my eye with that color. I don't know if it's like super visible that those are two different colors on my lid, like at least on camera, but in person you can tell that it kind of like transitions really nicely from that like brown with a blue flip to that like shimmery green. It like looks really nice. I don't know if it's like super visible on camera, but it is in real life. It's very pretty. And then I think I'm going to grab Creel House, which is this like super shimmery blue, and put that on my outer corner to just sort of deepen things up a little bit. This is a pretty, I don't think I'm gonna look very professional for this Zoom call, but I don't care. This looks really nice. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab that initial fluffy brush from the beginning that I put Demogorgon on, and I'm just gonna like not add anything to it. I'm just gonna use it to kind of blend everything that we've currently got going on together. And then I'm gonna grab some more of this Demogorgon and just sort of fluff it up a little bit higher. Okay, now I'm gonna grab this really, really tiny brush, and I'm gonna grab Spores, which is this like really light shade. And I'm going to put that in my inner corner. I really like the color stories of these palettes. I feel like they kind of nailed the different vibes, like between the Upside Down and Hawkins High. I feel like sometimes MAC collabs are kind of like, they seem a little bit phoned in, but I really feel like they went off with this one. It's really nice. If there's something still in stock near you, or like whatever products are still in stock online, if you can get your hands on them and you're like interested obviously in like makeup and like you like MAC, I would recommend them because like the products are really good. I don't have any complaints so far. And then I think I might also actually take a little bit of Spores and put it under my brow as like a little bit of a under like brow highlight, and then just grab that fluffy brush again and sort of make sure it's all blended together. And then I'm gonna grab this pencil brush and I'm gonna grab Code Red, which is this like red shade. It's called Code Red, but it's like a reddish orange. And I'm gonna run that under my eye for like a really, like a kind of colorful pop that I think will look very cool. Okay. And then I basically used every single shade except for Mind Flayer, which looks like it's gonna be really nice. I just don't really have room for it. And I think I'm gonna actually try to do, instead of using just like regular liquid liner, I'm gonna try to do like a light liner on my upper, like on my lid with the Void, which is just the black shade. I don't frequently use shadow as liner, so if this goes badly, it's not the product's fault, it's my fault. But I just wanted to like attempt it, you know? Because I know it's a thing people do, as kind of like, instead of having like a liner that's super harsh, they'll just use shadow. Honestly, not bad, at least on this eye. It's like subtle, like I feel like it's not gonna last as long as like regular liner, obviously, but yeah, it's like, I like that. I think it looks good. I like it, especially on this side. I feel like it came out really nicely. I feel like maybe I fucked up the angle a little bit on this side, but I'm not upset. Okay, cool. So basically I used every single shade except for Mind Flayer, which is this one. Really good. All really good, no complaints. And then I think I'm gonna grab this. So I got this when I bought the original Stranger Things stuff. They gave me this sample of their MAC Stack Mascara, so let's put that on. I think I've tried this once. I don't remember having any issues with it. I remember thinking it was like a perfectly good mascara. Yeah, this is good. It's not clumpy. I do have a bit of an issue with it kind of transferring really easily to my lower lash area, but it's possible this is just a mascara that's like meant for not your lower lashes and just for your upper lashes. Because on that front, I love the brush. It's not clumpy at all, but it's really separating and giving length and volume and such. And like allegedly, like I haven't tried this, but you can apparently stack, like put as many layers of this mascara on as you want, and it is totally fine. And then for lips, I was thinking, because last time I ended up going with the Skull Rock gloss, I'm thinking this time I'm gonna go with the Marvelous Max, like this like kind of snot yellow color. But I think before I do that, I'm just gonna like line my lips with this Spice MAC lip liner, and then I'll just go on top with the gloss. I thought about like going over my entire lips with the liner, but I kind of want to see what the lip gloss looks like on its own. Because like obviously in the tube it's a really dramatic color, but I feel like it's not going to look like that when it's actually like on. So I wanted to give it a shot on its own to show us. So I'm just gonna grab Marvelous Max. I like that. I feel like this would look really good on top of like some kind of like orange, because like it's giving my lips like a yellow tinge, but because my lips are like lip colored, it just kind of looks vaguely orangey. Like I'm not upset with it. I think it looks good. And then I'm just gonna set my face with some Urban Decay All Nighter. I'm just gonna let that dry, but yeah, everything I think about I thought of this collection the first time I tried it stands. I think it's really fun. I think it looks really good. I think everything works really nicely. I honestly might still go back for that blush, although I don't think I'm gonna make another video if I do, because I just think it's a bit of an overkill. I do really want that 11 lip gloss if I can find that somewhere, but it seems to be like out of stock in every store near me. It's out of stock online. My dog is barking. But no, I think it's really good. Like I'm glad I was able to make the highlight and the bronzer work. I think everything looks really good. I love this new palette. I think the colors are really fun. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I hope you guys liked the video. If you have anything from this collection, tell me what you got down below. Tell me if you like it, what you've been using it for. If you've watched Stranger Things season 4, tell me what you thought of it. Maybe try to like limit the spoilers for people that haven't watched it, but I personally don't mind being spoiled. I just think we should be observant of other people. I've been spoiled a little bit on some of the things that happened in this season, so like I'm not super jazzed on, like I don't mind myself, but for other people, let's try to keep it at a minimum. But tell me if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what your favorite character, who your favorite character was, what your issues were, if you had any. Excited to hear what you guys thought. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you want to follow me on other social media platforms, you can follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, and on Twitch. And if you want to hang out with me in other videos, I post new videos every Wednesday, so please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys all next week. Bye!